Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. I am Uncle Lander and this is Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition Paragon Vanguard build with mods. On the last episode we have went to the Ardad Yakshi Monastery, in which we have found our old companion Samara, and we have managed to help her, saving her last daughter before the new enemy have arrived, Banshee, the dread of the multiplayer mode. But we managed to complete the mission, we were successful, we managed to save Samara from her basically decided to end her existence, and now we're back in Normandy. So, my current character build, Vanguard, level 48 with 875 health and barrier with the following powers: Incendiary Ammunition, Assault Mastery, Dark Channel rank 5, Pull, Biotic Charge, Shockwave, Fitness rank 6. So, without further ado, let's see what the crew thinks about this entire mission. You probably got distracted by your own thoughts. Honestly, that could happen. I wouldn't be surprised if that actually happened.
Cerberus is gonna have a hard time recruiting now. Glad you talked Samara down.
I never thought I'd see her flinch from her duty.
I don't know. On one hand, that code's all she's had to live by for, God, centuries. And the galaxy goes to hell. The old rules don't cut it anymore. I mean, we're cutting some corners, right?
A few.
Well, the Alliance can always court-martial us after we save the galaxy.
Yeah, let me put it like this. Sometimes I remember that one moment before I started recording this episode. Actually, two things. First, before we're gonna continue on with checking on the entire crew, the reminder that this episode, like every single other, is being recorded during my live streams on Twitch, twitch.tv/UncleLander. Come and say hi. I'm playing variety video games, charity events, genre marathons, modded playthroughs, and the list goes on. So, that was the first thing. The second thing, before we started recording of this episode, we were talking about just running on autopilot, forgetting about the things. The one thing that I remember, a little bit of a story, is when I was still going to a school, and it was, I'm willing to believe that it was winter, but it was pretty dry winter, like sidewalks didn't have any ice or snow, nothing like that. It was basically cold winter, and I was, getting myself ready to school, getting dressed up, brushing teeth and all that, and I left the house. Several steps after leaving the house, I realized that I didn't put my shoes on and I was still running in flip-flops to school. And I was like, oh my god. Of course I turned back and changed the shoes, but it was pretty silly. That's what happens when you sometimes just run on an autopilot and you just don't bother self-checking yourself. Like at all. It can happen.
Commander?
What are you doing, Edie?
Monitoring reports of proton storms.
That's
and
really
hyperspace
horrifying.
weather.
Nah.
With the Reapers attacking the convoy systems, critical warnings may be lost.
How bad are these storms?
If we are warned, not bad. If we're not warned, very bad.
Thanks for the info, Edie.
Hello, Shepard.
Honestly, it wasn't really horrifying. It was just cold. I had just a little bit case of a cold feet for a couple seconds. Well, several meters, but it wasn't really that awful. Don't worry about it. Didn't catch a cold. I simply just facepalmed myself and returned back home.
The Crucible project received some new tech from the Asari government.
I'm glad they've decided to help the war effort.
Everybody has to fight now, no matter how pretty you are. I learned that the hard way. Commander?
Alright, messages. First, the private terminal. Biological attack on Parthia. Hack diplomatic schedules. A coalition of independent colonies, megacorporations, and politically unimportant races has informed in the wake of a coup. These factions has been content to let the council fight the war alone, but now fear their complacency will lead to their ruin. They intend to offer military and economic support, but their attempt to pledge these have been sidelined by a council that's in disarray. With your authority, diplomatic VIs could be hacked to force negotiations to take place. Through a breach of Citadel law, this move could potentially save billions of lives. Yoink, authorized. Email, Conservativus, Huntresses. Your actions in the monastery has proven the value to the human forces matriarch Megalobetevos. Okay. Justicar Samara, headed for the front lines. Yep. Captain LeMay's Asari squad ready. Good. Hey Crunch, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. I guess I can check the Normandy manifest. But, first of all, medical team none? Why? Did she quit? She probably quit. Okay, so that's health cooldown, weapon damage cooldown. I guess I'm gonna take Andrea? I don't know why that Asari was not picked up anymore. That's weird. 2 squads. Yeah, that's it's okay. Engineer Daniels. Lieutenant Cortez. Oh, so I could pick 2 of them at the same time. Okay, yeah, bonus health is still good. Yeah, addition 2% health. Second medical officer. Sounds good. Chief Keiko. Let me check the no-crew specialists. Can I get Samara? Nah, I can only add Jack. Oh well. Alright, that's the entire crew manifest of Normandy. I pressed the button. I guess it didn't work on the first try. Oh well. You're welcome, Crunch. I don't know why the button did not want it to work over there. Weird. But fine. Casual. Yeah, that's all there is to it. Alright, so we have set up the ship. And we have 7,275 of the military strength, which is more than enough. But I know this game and I know what's gonna happen. As long as we're gonna have above minimal preparation, we're gonna be set. 10 hut. Captain Squeakers. Squeak. Beat the fish. And now the armor. I think we got new shoulders from Ceres Council. Yeah, Ceres Council. Decrease the weapon damage, but increase the power damage. Which is not really the greatest, I ain't gonna lie. I still prefer... I think this is the maximum that we can squeeze out of this armor. I mean, I'm sorry, but it kinda feels that way. That the N7 gauntlets are gonna stay with us just so we can have that boost in health, because there's not much that I really can do. Unless maybe sometime in the future, if I'm gonna ignore the health boost, then I could have maybe a little bit more flexibility, but I kinda doubt it. I'd rather have more health boost and shield boost equally, honestly. So I'm just gonna keep the armor the way it is. Command Information Center. I don't think there's anybody who I need to talk to, so let's check the crew deck. We're also gonna visit no. We're gonna visit Citadel after we're gonna do the basic exploration of the space.
That was a rough mission. The Reapers are an ingenious and ruthless enemy. Poor Rila. Ingenious and ruthless. The worst kind. Never met a real Ardot Yakshi. Not that I know of, anyway. I think I dodged a bullet there.
Yeah, you dodged the bullet by not taking you on the mission, which I will not take you for anymore.
Seriously, I think I would have been a goner. Good to see you.
Yeah. You would not be a goner. Don't you worry about that. Okay, what about the life support? Yep, he's still working alone in the room. I mean, I can respect that. This guy is just, you know, minding his own business, just doing his own things.
Everybody was fighting the Ragni, trying to push them back through the relay. Finally, the Krogan were turned loose and stopped them.
I see.
But when the Krogan rebelled, we had to deploy the Genophage to stop them. Wasn't the only rebellion. 1,000 years later, the Geth revolted against the Quarians. That was a whole other war. Then along came the humans. My own people tangled with them for a while, and now, to top it all off, we've got the Reapers. What about you?
The Ouroboros fought the Densorin. The Andoromai conquered the Vandomai, and the Jatil turned against the Jar.
So, I guess nobody really ever gets their act together.
The Sinreal claimed to have found the path to eternal peace.
What happened?
The Ditaka preferred war and wiped them out.
I hope you guys had alcohol.
Alcohol was forbidden in our cycle.
Samara's the kind of soldier we need in this war. Nothing gets in her way. I just hope I'm not in her way someday. That woman means business. Now it's a mutated Asari. The Reapers are just a giant nightmare factory that never ends.
Well, until there are species, then the more the species, the more the nightmares, I suppose.
I can only imagine what the Reapers are doing to the Drell. Or the Hanar. Or the Vorcha. This could get a lot worse before it gets better.
I don't think the Reapers are actually smart enough to actually verify which races are worth it, so to speak.
Shepard.
Garrus.
Shepard.
Garrus.
Shepard.
Garrus.
Some of the crew seem shocked by the monstrosities we have encountered. They haven't seen what the Reapers could corrupt after 100 years. That was our war. Every battle conjured a new nightmare. This human holds such childish views of war. Your species has much to learn. Commander.
Javik.
It's a brilliant tactic, when you think about it.
But it's evil.
When has that ever mattered in war?
Yeah, but converting other life forms into Reapers? I can't wrap my head around that.
Makes sense to me. It ensures you never run out of cannon fodder. Eliminates any local resistance. And for every soldier you add, your enemy loses two. The one you converted, and his buddy on the other side who can't pull the trigger on a friend.
You sound like you admire them.
Same way I admire a virus or a thresher maw. They've adapted perfectly to their situation.
But the Reapers want to destroy us.
And I have no intention of letting them. But if you don't respect your enemy's capabilities, you're in for one nasty surprise after another.
And that is perfectly fair. That is 100% perfectly fair, fair opinion and fair assumption.
Per your orders, I have the latest reports on the Council, Doctor. Their security is in disarray, but it would still be weeks before we could attempt to position any agents in their personal staff.
And it's far too risky after Udina's coup. Postpone those deployments.
At once.
Glyph, do we have something? Galay electronic signature. What do we have? Power damage bonus or store discounts? Let's go for power damage bonus. It is a way better thing. Yep, power damage. I only have picked up store discount once because it actually balanced out the situation. Okay, so if you pick up the store discount, you don't pay the fee for buying things from the Normandy. So I basically went at zero. I could basically buy everything that's on Citadel at the same price as it is on Citadel.
Poor Rila. But I'm glad she set off that bomb, Shepard. You're not upset the monastery was destroyed? No, not after what I saw. I don't care that they were Ardat Yakshi. To be turned into such creatures, nobody deserves that. Hello again.
A new notification is available on the private...
I don't care, Glyph. I don't care, Glyph. I'm not changing that. I'm not reading those private terminal messages. I'm not being that nosy. Okay, so we're just sitting over here. And you are helping somebody. Don't know who the heck that is.
Shepard, remember our agreement? We'd open a bottle of cerise-sized brandy every year, and it's my turn to buy.
But it hasn't been a year yet.
Yes, well, something tells me we won't have the chance a few months from now, so... indulge my impatience.
Save it for victory.
Doctor, put that bottle in a safe place. We'll crack it open to celebrate our victory over the Reapers.
Admire your optimism, and I'll look forward to the day we can share it. Till then.
Yeah, at this point I'm starting to think that Dr. Check... It was a good idea to not let Dr. Check was drink the whiskey with me, because look at that. Yep, I think... No, that is not good. That is Bethesda magic right there.
And then you run wires that connect them all, and again, it just works. 16 times the detail.
And it's a little bit of a Bethesda magic over there.
So, Udina finally went over the edge. I never really liked the man. Now I know why. Commander.
She's a witch! Burn her! Nah. There's not gonna be any burning. No burnings today. Okay, so this is the entire crew deck. Let's check the engineering if that has anything of new value. Mostly the Normandy upgrades, if there are any.
So, are you doing a story on the Asari who were turned into Reaper creatures?
The Ardat Yakshi? No.
I think that story would be perfect for you. The hidden dark side of the most beautiful race in the galaxy.
We have a huge Asari audience. If I do that story, I could lose them.
That seems a bit like pandering.
Ever seen how fast an e-democracy can abandon its allies?
No.
If I do my job, you won't.
Yeah. E-democracy. And people abandoning other people based on allegations without providing any evidence. Jesus, I totally forgot it's the internet. You are guilty unless you are gonna provide evidence. Witch hunt in 2023, only this is the internet.
Has Alenko had media
Drink
training?
some
He just gave me this
water.
steady stare during our interview. Do we need to talk, Commander?
Not right now, Allers.
Let me know when we do.
Moist. Yeah, hydration redemption complete. Hate the reporter for many reasons. Okay. I don't really mind her. It's to me it's a one ginormous whatever. That's how I feel. Right, Javik is not here.
Nothing to report.
Shepard.
Nothing to report, Commander.
So you say. Oh, nothing, no more upgrades for Normandy? Come on. Alright, let's go for the shuttle bay then.
I've always loved the M35 Mako. It's got heart, you know?
Oh, come on. The M44 Hammerhead is vastly superior.
But it's
Come on,
Mako.
that thing's made of tissue paper. At least the Mako can take a few hits.
I'd hope so. That thing handles like a drunk rhino. No agility whatsoever.
More like a bull that can climb and climb for days.
It only climbs because of its stupid, vertically aligned Mass Effect fields. Jump or stick. No speed. No lateral movement.
Hey, with a cannon like that, who needs to move?
If you want that, why don't you just stick with the old M29 Grizzly?
Hey, I love that tank.
You would be one to love grizzly bears, Mr. Vega.
What? What's so funny?
Hey yo. You don't know what's so funny? He would like grizzly bears? Come on. We both know what's going on over there.
The next time you blow up a monastery, let me know you've left the premises, okay? I worry about you. I appreciate you checking in on me. Ma'am?
Okay, let's check the shops. Codlac, Trident, nothing here. Nos Astra, nothing here. Batarian, Shotgun Blade, nothing here. Canella, Rifle, that's Sniper Rifle Piercing mod, no. Citra, nothing. Casa Fabrication, Timidity Stunner. Don't need any of that. Agor. Nope. Spectre. Recycled material that's power recharge, so no. Yeah, nothing from here. Serpentine. Extended barrel and a heavy barrel. No, but it's sniper rifle. Elcos. Nothing. And Barrier Frontiers, nothing. Okay. So shops are good. I don't need to upgrade any weapons, so at this point it's only Vega.
Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me? Do you hear that hum? Is that just me?
Oh my god, he's getting indoctrinated. Okay, let's go. Let's check the galaxy map. Let's see if there's anything to retrieve. Bucky Butcher and Steve Rogers? Probably. I thought Bucky has a different name. %. Okay, so that means that Messana might have something, or it's Agio. James Buchanan. Okay. So Bucky is basically his nickname. Okay, all that time I thought that Bucky is an actual name.
I found something.
Library of Asha. Yeah, I'm not really that deep into like DC or Marvel Universe lore. Only knew a few things, and that was pretty much it. Okay, mass relay, and let's see. I mean, I could start searching from here. So Citadel is done. Ex-Cerber Scientists. We can scratch that a little bit later, but we're definitely gonna do that. Athena Nebula. That's Kroga DMZ. Local Cluster. Petra. Hades Gamma. Ooh, Argus Rogas hold 40%. So there are some assets available over here. And it's most likely gonna be fuel. Called it. Fuel. But this is not the only system. 60%. So either Phoenix or Gorgon is gonna have something. Time to check it out.
Signal confirmed.
More fuel that I'm not gonna need. I think the units... Okay, vanilla-wise, I believe that units of fuel should be larger. Because in certain situations, you have to, like, travel some really large distances. Like, for example, from here to Gorgon, it can take more than half of your fuel tank to even get from point A to point B.
I found something.
I'm still gonna believe that in general, the entire fuel consumption system for space exploration, it's just a very artificial way to basically force somebody to spend in-game money. instead of attachments or Normandy upgrades or anything else, you spend most of the money on the goddamn fuel, and it just doesn't... Yeah, I just don't like it. And even on top of that, then you have Reapers that are exploring the galaxy, and they are making your experience even more frustrating. Because they do. And then you have to take a look at the YouTube videos to figure out how to set up your Normandy as you are in the cluster menu, so you can actually figure out how to enter the specific systems, because then you have a better chance of escaping or not getting captured by the Reapers themselves. Voyager cluster. Okay, let's see. Fuel. I'm calling it a fuel. Yepers. 450 units. Anything else from the system? Nope. That means I can... It's a cluster. That means I can go for another cluster. Voyager, Etican. Ooh, Maroon Sea got only 25%. Let's go. More fuel, isn't it? Yep. %. Okay, so it's either gonna be Vostok or Metano. I'm gonna go for Vostok first. Could it be nothing here? Yep, nothing here. Matano it is. Ballista.
Signal confirmed.
Hey, there we go. Chuska. Saturn-like planet that looks habitable. Okay, you have discovered and destroyed Cerberus research base. Reaper ground forces appear to have swept through, killing the scientists. Their bodies scattered in the smoking ruins. The ground team reports that Cerberus appear to have been studying husks, both their production and the methods the Reapers used to control them. Counting the research started when the Pioneer colony went offline in 2183. At the location of the...
Thanks, thank you. I'll encourage people to name their non-ugly children after you. Seriously.
Damn, Captain Squirrel. Hey Squirrel, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. And he donated $50 to the St. Jude's Children's Research Hospital charity. Well, thank you very much, appreciate it. Do I have you on the thing? Yep, I do. I have a button for you. There we go. But you've been playing Star Citizen. Glad to see you. Hope you're doing well. I'm really hoping that you're doing well. Thank you very much for that donation. That means I can increase my goal for the charity by additional $50 now. Because that's how I do things. So just please allow me to indulge myself. Well, I'm gonna correct the data. 550. Here we go. Yep, change that. And there we go. Alright, goal updated. You're doing well, glad to hear that. How have I been? Been doing pretty good, pretty decent. You know, it's day like every other. Winter is coming through. So, right now I'm just enjoying the usage of a chimney and the fact that it can warm me up. So yeah, it's all good. Alright, so where the have I stopped reading this note over here? Pioneer colony went offline 2083. At the location of the original colony, EDI was able to decrypt backup databanks containing useful data that might improve Alliance tactics and survival rates against Reaper ground troops. An intact Cerberus Mantis was recovered among the debris. Its pilots managed to make it only halfway across the hangar before being caught and torn apart by cannibals. It'll be just cool seeing superheroes like Tony Stark or someone like Jill Valentine visit St. Jude's. There are definitely something like this happening. I mean, I do remember that there is organization that... It's either organization or there's basically a bunch of cosplayers who are basically making their dream come true. And just bringing, like, you know, the people like that to visit them. Alright, we got Cheska clean. Let's leave the orbit. A61X Cerberus Mantis gunship. Got a bonus. And it's still 50%. Hold on, there's still something over here. It's probably fuel, isn't it? There are definitely people who are cosplaying as stars and visiting, like, children like that, 100%. Also, because people who are watching this on YouTube might not know, as I'm playing Mass Effect Trilogy, I'm also doing the charity event for St. Jude Children's Hospital. It's an organization that basically their main role is to try to find ways to ease pain of terminally ill children, support their families in all the ways possible. And yeah, that's pretty much all there is. And basically you have an open charity, everybody who can support them, they can do it. All right, Kepler Verge, 75%. Let's see what it has. It's definitely not the Newton system. Hey, Populous, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. There is another system somewhere over here. Look at how big it is. It's Herschel. Herschel or not Herschel?
I found something.
Alright, you found something, huh? Let's not forget how far you have to go to get to the Herschel system. Once you get 375 units of fuel. It is the amount of fuel that you're gonna spend by simply going back. So basically, this fuel over here is absolutely pointless. The space exploration in this game is just not good. Not good. It's not good. I don't like it. But I'm gonna deal with it. Okay, so that's Kepler Verge is explored. Nima Cluster is done. Kelstone Rift is done. Pylos Nebula is clean. Pangaea is done. Hawking Eta is done. Rosetta Nebula is clean. Titan Nebula, Valhallan, Hourglass, Shrike Abyssal, Eagle Nebula, Mines Wasteland. Yeah, that would be all. That's good. That's great. That's amazing. That means that we can pretty much wrap up this episode over here. So, people of Twitch, we are still gonna continue on with the stream, while people of YouTube, this is the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed. If you did, consider subscribing, ringing the bell, tapping the like, leaving a comment, all that good stuff. Links for my mod list as well as all my socials can be found in the description below and the pinned comment down below as well. Thank you guys very much. I'll see you guys on the next one.